Hi everyone, hope you're doing all right. So happy Easter to those who celebrate Easter, and just have a great weekend to those who do not. I suppose it's not much celebrating to be done this Easter, but I hope everyone's able to have a relaxing weekend and maybe get some crafting done. That's what I intend on doing. So there is a big pile of rubbish in front of you. Yes, I am still organising. It will take forever. I have this set of 3 plastic drawer sets in my craft storage room, and I've seen a number of ladies who have boxes where they put papers and scraps and envelopes and that, so they're easy to grab out. So when I first organised my craft room, that's what I did. Now it's just become like a bomb because I just keep sticking stuff in there and it's not organised really. Some of it is a bit, but it sort of collects dust more than anything. So I thought it's time to go through it, sort it all out, get all the bits together, and I might end up scrapping this idea, although it'd be good to have one box just as a dump box that each week I put things in and then grab it at the end of the week and sort things out. So might do that, but some of my plastic drawers are empty, so things like my envelopes and that might fit in those. So I thought we'll just start going through it and see what sort of rubbish I have been keeping. Of course, you know, it's junk journaling that I decided to start doing, so I collect a lot of junk. So don't hold that against me. So as you can see, this is a big box, and then I put other little boxes in here. So what I'll do is move this to the side and we'll start pulling some stuff out. So I just finished my dinner. It was a good dinner actually. I had minced meat frozen in the freezer, and then I've got all these cans of tomatoes and tomato paste and that. So I made up some, you know, a minced tomato thing with a bit of chilli in that, and got the corn chips out and a bit of cheese on top, a can of beans in there to make it healthier. So that was great. So it looks like I have origami paper. So that can go in with all of my other coloured papers, I reckon. They look like they might be 6x6s too. I'll have to see. Put that there. Just some scrap craft paper. Been seeing someone on Junk Journals Down Under, Carleen, make little bags with your paper like this, like butcher's paper and stamp on them. So that might be what I do with some of these bits. Now, a Borough passport. I think I've kept that just to collage over the top of. So I'd have a few things like that. There's some card. It's about terrariums. I've probably kept that because I like the board. These are some more papers, so the papers can go together. I'll find a spot for those. Now, it looks like I've got some of my racks in correspondence here. Looks like some papers that I was gifted in a rack, so they can go in my paper pile. Some of these are probably for a year old that I was given when I first started, and that I've put in here to put away and not put away. So says something about my organisation. I'll put them on the paper pile. Happy birthday. Oh, that's a family one, so that would be for putting somewhere. Now I've got these, which are more random papers. They can go in my paper sort box. They look like some blank card bases, which are handy. Looks like handmade paper. Yeah, you can even see the words from the text in there. So that's really neat, to make some embellishments with those. So just started sorting out all my bits of paper, so this can be sorted with them. That's another card base. Looks like some papers, scraps. Happy birthday paper. Then we're back to those. Alright. Then I've stuck junk mail bits, so it's a junk mail envelope. That'll be handy for decorating a journal with. So that could probably go with my other junk mail envelopes. Now that's another one that I would have kept to collage. So I'll put the ones that I'd collage together. And then we start with our junk mail envelopes. So they can all go together. That would be for collaging. And I've got a whole lot of newsletters from the Action Club and Kiwanis, which I was a part of, and hopefully still will be when it all goes back. So they would be for me to put into a journal or a smash book or something like that, whatever you call the things. So I'll put all my personal sort of things together. So more cards to collage. So it looks like I've kept these together a bit. But yeah, that's all the sort of thing I like to keep because I like the size of it to make journaling cards. It just gives you a base to cut around and get a nice size. So I've got a whole heap of that sort of thing. And these must have come out of... Oh, just saw a bug then. I just had to stop the camera then for a moment because it was an earwig. I've lost him though. I was trying to get him. That's another reason why I've got to not have them in big piles on top of my cupboards and actually put them away in bags in the drawers. Too many bugs. Yeah, so it looks like these come out of National Geographics, but they'd make really cool... Oh, these are little envelopes actually, that one. So I could cover that and keep it as little pockets. So that's cool, got a whole heap of those. So should we put them in the envelope pile? Put that paper down in my paper pile. Looks like more of the envelopes. More my National Geographics. Now, are they all envelopes or are some of these? That looks like it is. As long as no spiders jump out at me, I'll be alright. But that's, yeah, we get a lot of the white tip spiders and they tend to like books and stuff. So they like clothes the most, but I have found a few of them when I've gone sorting out my bookcases and that before. So I'm just sorting out what's envelope and what's just your junk mail to collage on here. So scraps of paper. Now it looks like I started keeping a whole lot of maps in here as well, and I do have a big parcel somewhere where I've been putting my maps, so they can go in with my other maps. That one's a nice old one on the Greeks, so I'll put them just there to go with the other lot. Now let's see what we've got here. Why won't it come out? So I was using this letter holder to store all of those bits in the big box. So I can use that for something else now or get rid of it. And I found this. Must have come in a rack for me. I think it's an altered paper clip. Beautiful. It's amazing what you find when you clean up. Some more of the craft paper. So these are some more personal bits. So it's just cardstock. I tend to keep all my white offcuts to do stamping and that on. Oh, that was when I did a signature. I think for some reason I didn't like that one, so I did another one. But I've kept this because I might still use it for something. Because I keep everything, obviously. Put that in that pile for now. Some more offcuts. Now, offcuts of pad paper. These will be handy for backing tags, like collaging a back that you can write on. So I've got them somewhere too. So, all right, looks like this is it's almost like a little journal that someone gifted to me last year, but it's full of beautiful papers. It's like a signature. Yeah, because I didn't do that. It is a beautiful little signature though. I might leave it as is and whack it into a journal just like that. It can go on my spare paper pile. Alright, now it's another personal bit. Now I reckon all of these are bits of newspaper that have fallen out of books that I've been grabbing. And because they look nice and aged, I've kept them. This one was 1984. So they'll be really cool for collage bases. What's that one? 76, that one is. You never know what's going to come out of the books that I grab from the recycling bin. So I've got a whole pile of those. A lot of them are gardening ones. So I do have a plastic slip somewhere that I have started putting these all together. Oh, look at that, dried flowers. Wonder how old they are. 1961 is how old this paper is. I wonder if they're from 1961. I'm surprised there's even colour on the flowers. There's not much colour on the leaves though, so I think they can go. Tip that into my rubbish bin rather than on the table. Might be a good idea. Some of them are a bit newer, 2009. Got a few more bits of newspaper. There's one. They can go on my maps to go in with the other newspaper bits. Collectibles, some magazine pages that fell out of a book. I don't mind the patterns on the rugs, so they can go in to be sorted with my other papers. What's this one about? It's nice and matte. The future of English building stones. How exciting. Be able to make a pocket or something with that page though. Some old buildings there which I don't mind. So I've got a box down there that I have to sort out with all these random papers in, so they're going on there for when I sort that out. Shy widows and sulky ladies. Fair enough. I like that plant. A nice plants, but I think that can go. Oh my goodness, she's going to throw something out. Make writing your hobby now. It's a nice little size pamphlet, that is. I reckon that'd be alright to collage. So that will go there. Oh, garden calendar it is. This is from 73. That'd be pretty cool in a gardening. I might have to cover the other side though. That can go into my paper sort bin. Love the brands, love the value. Harris scarves. It's just a junk mail catalogue. I chuck that in over there because I've got my box with my junk mail in to make art journals with. So some more scrap papers. Can go with my other papers. Getting there. Now, oh, that's looks like a random package actually. That is one of my collages that I actually photocopied just for myself to see what it looked like. So I can use that for personal stuff. So I might put that in one of my personal journals. It's like some craft paper. Some bits that I was gifted. I think most of this is, I think some of this came from Geo maybe. That's beautiful, that paper. So yes, that can all go into, be sorted in my scrapbook paper pile. Now I might put that down with my papers to sort. I have so much random stuff, you will be laughing at me. Now, I keep all the patterns that come out of all the magazines that I go through, just because, well, they'd make good filler pages, I reckon. Some of them are quite interesting, and some of the patterns I might be able to use too. They might give me ideas for other things, like the leaves. If I want to cut out some leaves sometime, that will be a good template. So I have a pile of them somewhere. I think my mum gave me these and I just kept them. Door patterns. Paste the folded edged paper so that the door can open and close. So I might make an interesting cover. Got my papers to sort. And then it looks like I've got graph paper. So they're all full A4 papers. Oh, more book pages. I was just sorting my my end book pages. Just sorted them out last night, so they can go in with those. And I think this is just the box for the foil art. Oh, there's that. If you've been watching me for a while and keeping up with my videos, you might recognise this. I made a unicorn recipe journal for Chrissy, and I rearranged this unicorn to make it look like the rainbow come out of its behind. Yeah, I know I need to grow up. So that will go in my scrap box bin, which is over there. I'm just throwing things left, right and centre here, but that's alright. When I get up I will put them in the box. So I've got more bits to collage. This is why I have to go to the gym. I don't think so. That'll be good for doing my gessoing though. This is why I like doing my challenges and challenging Deb and everyone else, because if others are like me and they keep all this sort of stuff, it sort of sits around and piles up, and it's so good to have a personal challenge every now and again to do something with it. Because yes, I do have a lot once I get it all together. That can go in my junk mail one. Botanic Gardens of Adelaide and State Herbarium. I don't know what I want to do with that. Oh, I think these came from the bookshop, but these might go in my personal journal for me to go and look at them sometime. Alright, back. Just had to do a couple of things, and I grabbed some plastic slips while I was up. I grabbed these bits that I showed before, and I'm going to put them in plastic slips for now so that they're all together and don't end up a big mess. And then find the other place where I'm storing them and put them all together. So yes, I've been staying up late, as you all know, and about midnight I tend to get on Netflix and pick some random B-grade horror movie to watch. So the other night it was Polaroid. That was very average. Still entertaining because I don't really have to concentrate on the B-grade ones that much, you know. And I can do my crafting, and when the music gets loud I can look up and see what's going on, and it won't scare me so much because I'm crafting. So it's the best time to watch them. But last night I finally got around to watching A Quiet Place. I haven't seen that yet. I'm sure everyone else has, but that was really good. So it was a bad one to put on though, because I was meant to be crafting and cleaning while watching it, but because it was so quiet I felt like I couldn't be noisy. So I ended up sitting there and just watching it and not achieving much else. But it was, yeah, a very good movie. I'm not sure if number 2's out on Netflix or Big Pond or anything. I'll have to have a look for it. And then today I got onto YouTube and I saw that Uni Desiree was having a live chat. live streaming while she was crafting. So I thought, oh, I'll go see what she's doing. So I think I gave her a bit of a shock. But that was really cool. She did such a good job, because it must be nerve-wracking the first time. I'll have to try it one day, but I think you need to get up to 1,000 subbies before you can live chat. So yeah, so I'll be waiting a while. But yeah, so that was cool. Bit of fun. It's nice to do these things at the moment, especially because we're all so isolated. So, you know, to get on and say g'day in real time to someone is good fun. Alright, so these are the type of boxes. I just cut all these boxes down and stuck some tape over the top. And then I've just been using them to store all this sort of stuff in the big box. But I do think the cardboard tends to attract like bugs more on that than if I have them in plastic slips and plastic drawers and that. So really need to do a big clean out of everything. So these are a bit I've kept a collage on. This looks like someone gifted me this. It's a beautiful calendar. It's got really nice pages. That can go my papers to sort for the moment. Now that's a space that's themed. That can go papers to sort because I haven't got a space. I'm waiting on a delivery from Spotlight with a whole lot of plastic tubs. That's sort of held me back from getting a lot of my stuff organised, because I'll be putting I've already got a few that have like birds and botanicals and that in, which I have a lot of when I cut them out of books. So I put them in the tubs, but I've sort of got some of the smaller theme things like steampunk and space and that just here and there. And so I'm waiting for these tubs so I can put them in tubs, and then I've got more room in my drawers. This is quite old. Oh, something about multiple personality. Anyway, that'll probably be collaged on. Make a nice little flip book for a journal. Oh goodness, now I've got junk mail. Like I need more junk mail. The French landscape. I don't know if I was gifted these or whether they fell out of a book. They're quite nice though. I can go in my papers to sort. This is junk mail, Should just ditch my junk mail, but I had so much fun making my junk mail art journal that I probably will do a whole heap more. Although I learnt the hard way when I did my last mixed media, because silly me didn't stick pages together, so I'm just painting on the single pages, and up till now that's been fine. They've held together well, but the last one got a bit wet and it started tearing at the edge, so I know next time to, you know, stick 3 pages together or whatever when I do them. So now, just grabbing my scrapbook papers. Should stick these in a slip together before they all go everywhere. So yes, I got my Woolies priority order the other day. I'm trying to get my Coles one set up now, but it won't take, we've got an NDIS number and it's not accepting my number, so I don't know what goes on there. So now I have to wait till next week to ring them. I just hope they answer quicker than what Woolies did, because Woolies kept me on the phone for an hour and a half before they answered my call. I must say, you'd have to be desperate to wait that long, and yeah, I was desperate to get home delivery and not have to go out, so it was worth waiting for. And they did a really good job with the stuff that they got grabbed for me too. Really good quality, great dates on it. So alright, looks like I've got more papers here. That one's already in a slip, so that can stay in the slip. That one's too big. Isn't it beautiful though? What one's that? I reckon it's a Kaiser Craft one. Now, these look like... Oh, I know what this was. This was a junk journal that I found at the second-hand store. And it had covers that were made out of chipboard that had some I've got wrapping paper stuck to them, and I took it apart and I've been cutting up those covers and using them for my book spines, and these were the papers that were in there. Now of course I'm not going to waste all these papers, so see, they've even done some stamping on them, which is gorgeous. So, and even punched out some of the edges, so I've kept those together to use in another journal or as backings for tags and that. Forget what I've got because it's all in these boxes and everywhere, all messed up and not together. So that's all papers. I can go back over there. I can go on that box for the moment. Just move them out the way because they're probably glowing in your eyes. So yeah, this is probably as boring as you know what, but I just felt like coming on and saying hello and showing everyone my mess, so that makes them feel better about theirs. That's a map. Take some art thing. I probably wouldn't use those prints, but I might use the cover for something. Put my map with the other maps. Oh, I forgot I had this. Wouldn't that make an awesome journal cover, that one? Yeah. Now the cogs start turning. That's what I love about going through all my stuff. It's the best thing, crafting and junk journaling especially, because you know, everywhere you go and everything you look at, that it makes your brain work. Thinking of what you can do with it. So more collaging bits. Now I have so many. This would have to be one of my next challenges too. Actually, that's probably a hint. Anyone watching that likes doing their challenges along with Deb and I, maybe start keeping some of your junk, if you're not already, some of your junk mail envelopes. If you don't have them, regular envelopes will do, because I am thinking about utilising them in some way soon, because I need to get rid of some. These are more envelopes. So that's 2 boxes now I've emptied out. So I'll probably end up recycling those boxes. Now there's some more scrap paper, and someone had gifted me, oh, Mary, you gifted me that probably last year, at the start of last year, no doubt. Thanks, Mary. Put that with my paper clip that I found. Now paper. And then I keep all of these that, you know, you get your books in these boxes sometimes, so I keep all, I've got so many of these. But I love them for storing like stencils in. That one won't fit. I've got these. I've probably got to get rid of some of my stencil things too, because I don't use a lot of them, and I have heaps of random ones that I've picked up. I've got these ones. I have no idea. I assume it's a quilling comb. I don't know why else there'd be like a comb on there. But they've got cute little shapes, but still don't know if I'd use them. But I don't have a quilling comb, so I'll keep them for that. And that one, it's got a nice decorative edge thing. And then, would you believe, more envelopes. So some of these I've tea dyed. And then I've got a paper bag in the back. So the bag will go in a separate box. So yeah, that all looks like envelopes. So I'm thinking I'm going to put all my envelopes in one of my plastic drawers, because I have stacks and stacks of them. So now that is my box pretty well empty, other than those stencils, which I'll find a home or a bin for. So there's another box for me to put books in. So yes. At least this is all together now, so what I might do is just put the ones that I've got for journaling and for making journal cards and tags. They can all go together. So I will be doing another episode soon of my What to Do With Your Big Botanical Book Page series. I have a box next to me, which I said before, that's got all my papers to sort, and I know that in there are some more big botanical book pages. So I think maybe tomorrow, hopefully, I can attack that box and sort the papers out and find those big botanicals, so that I can get cracking with getting that journal together. But mainly I've been having to focus on my design team projects at the moment, and I can't show you all of them yet, so that's why I've been a bit quiet crafty wise. Now this is all personal stuff, so I'll label that personal and put that with my other personal bits and pieces. So yeah, when I've got all of that sorted, I will be giving you a tour of the room and showing you where I put all of this stuff. Now this is more envelopes, wasn't it? So they can go in there. I want to keep that one nice and flat. And these bits. Now I've got bags with that somewhere, and I reckon that can go in my junk card board, which is over there. Alright, so I think that's it for this video. That's enough me boring you sorting out my stuff, but it was good to get that done. That's a big box that won't be on those drawers anymore, because I think I've got some plastic tubs that will fit up there nicely. And I can put these in some drawers and get them organised. So take care, stay sane, try and have some fun and not stress too much, and yeah, happy Easter again. See you later, guys.